Alright, how you doing? I am Colin, this is Shineautomotive and we are a car project YouTube channel on the cheap, and we also have a garage, a normal servicing garage where we service cars. And this week it's been bloody hot, so let's crack on. If you don't know me, I waffle so much. I'm Colin, I might have already said that but I've forgotten already. Enjoy this week's Week in Shine episode 50 something. What we've got here is a Mercedes, and Matthew was just putting a brand new window regulator on, another new customer. So that's getting done now, and I've got this Nissan here for a full service and a check over, and there's a knock on the needed tyre. How good's me mum? Look at her. She said, your boots are looking scruffy. I says, I know mum, but I can't afford any new ones. And the next thing, look what's just turned up in the post. Thanks mum, you're a legend. I'm just on with servicing this because Lewis is at college. It's a Wednesday today, so we're a bit behind on the Week in Shine, but just got the oil draining out, and I'm gonna do the oil filter. Thanks to Nissan, put everything nice and accessible, so very good. We've got a VXR in for MOT work for the next couple of days, and the headlight wasn't working. Customer changed the bulb and it still wasn't working, and then when Matthew went and had a further investigation, he found one very poorly headlight with broken terminals and one burnt out connection. So we did have a headlight to test. It's not the right one. We had a bit of loom because obviously we've got a few breakers at the top, so you just piece that in now and get that loom taped up, and that'd be good. Just minus the VXR headlight, but I'm sure we'll get that bit sorted out. And I think we've got a tyre to put on it to look at the washers and wipers and something to do with the exhaust. It's not a bad little thing. Got most of the stuff sorted out on the Astra. That's just coming back in tomorrow for some bits and bobs. Lewis is getting on with Naz's Sab, this Aero. Now, I think this was in one of the Week in Shines last year when it came in for MOT. And he's come and picked my Mazda up because his car actually needed a bit of work. So we're fitting a tracker end on this side and a tracker end on this side because we didn't have any in stock. We couldn't do them the same day. We had a bit of an issue with that tracker end while it was in, so I sent him home in my Mazda. He also has a silver GTO, and Lewis is just getting ready to helicoil the caliper carrier because that is not in the best of conditions. The threads are sort of knackered with that, so we'll get that one done. It's warm outside, isn't it, Lewis? It is warm. Sab. Goes like stink this and all. And does anyone have any of these, I think they're vegan alloy wheels because they're buckled, or anyone that can help sort Naz getting them straightened out, because they are like a banana or an egg, and when you're driving down the road you like that. I think there's only one wheel that isn't buckled on it, so if anyone's got any wheels or any really nice wheels that would suit this car, drop a comment down below. I'm sure Naz will see it, or give us an email. Our email's in the pinned comment as always, and the main description. It's mufting outside today. Just come in the garage to see what Matthew is getting on with the tracking of the Saab, but he must have taken it on a test drive. What are you doing, Lewis? Texting on your phone in the back tool store? Yeah. Is it hot? Yeah. Yeah, you can have a nice steady day today. Apart from we've got to get an Astra tested. And what we've got to do with that? You've got to put that on. Oh no. And we've got a car just coming in for MOT that Lewis will go around now with his phone and let you know everything that he's done on it and what it needs and what it's gonna have done.
Suzuki Alto. Stoplight. Done. Wiper blades. Done. Matthew. Done with everything, so yeah, so we're about to put Sil on down there because she's a bit holy moly. So yeah, got it on the ramp now, and yeah, I might not have filmed before, but you can see what I'm doing here. That's where I'm polishing up to. Obviously just cutting out the insides of it a bit, probably just trim it all down a bit with the soft pad, but yeah. Roll back to metal now on the front. Just got to go around them corners there and there, and just go along there and just leaving them, going up to them bungs there, just to try and keep a bit of it standard looking underneath. So yeah, as I was cleaning that back, There was a bit of rust there and it just sort of disintegrated. So I'm going to go right up to the sill now. Colin's measuring.
I drove Corsa home and fucking just pulled on the petrol station. The couple was sat there, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was.
Right, I won't go.
Oh, Lewis's second full sill repair that he's doing all by himself. Just with being advised what to do. He's got the welder dialed in pretty good. And he's spotting up pretty good. Good lad. What are you doing today? Fuck you, Colin. Oh, you're fixing cars. It was Matthew's birthday yesterday as well, so all of you got to put in the comment section down below, happy birthday, Matthew. Oh, that's not very nice.
You're not sure about that, are you? You're not sure about that, are you?
I know I rattle on, but look how far he's come. Eh? He's done that from start to finish, nearly all by himself. Such a good job. Tell you what, Lewis, you need to calm down on them burgers, like, lad.
I've just got a bike.
You're getting a bit
I'm
big.
gonna lose it.
Yeah, honestly, you're getting a bit big there. Oh my God, you've instantly lost loads of weight. Oh my God. God, them VXR sound well, don't they? Right, that's coming back in a couple of weeks' time, and probably again later on. So we might want to do a bit of a test run on it, see how good she is. But third gear's finished on it, so we need to sort third gear out, which is going to be a case of getting the box down to Sean at Northolt and getting Sean to rebuild it. But I might have, I think they're an M32, I might have one in stock that isn't clever that we can send off to be redone, so then it can just come back in for a swap over. The fish are hiding. Bloody hell, it's warm today. Not being a typical Englishman saying it's hot today, but it's hot. It's Monday now, back on to another week. Just done a welding in a patch on Matthew's van, little Astra that he's got, Astra Sportif, getting it ready, that we've got to put an engine in it next week. But what I'm going to do now, because we got caught up with our work on Friday, so the actual job is ready to go for MOT today, and that's all I've got. What I'm going to do is, this container is left over from when I built the race truck. Now, some of the bits I need to keep for the bathroom, but it is an organised mess. And we've got some more racking, like in here, and these are the eBay bits. And this one is not too organised, but we're just getting ready to make it more organised. So there we go. Still got, I don't think interiors are worth keeping to sell. I think the smaller bits that can fit on the shelves are a lot better. These interiors have been hanging around now. I'm going to drop them down. If they don't go, they can just get chucked in the scrap cart and go, because they're just in the way. And ideally what I'd like to do is put a small narrow shelf down here, so you've just got narrow passages just to get through and get the stuff off the side of the shelving. That is little Esplano. What Lewis is doing right now is removing a wing, because it's sold on eBay. So, and hopefully it won't get damaged in shipping. What do you reckon, Lewis? Or are they collecting it? Or is that the bonnet that's getting collected? Okay, what a mess. First shelf in place. Because I like to, normal people probably would have emptied it fully, but I'm going to build that side and sweep that side and empty that side, because I just want to see some progress. That's probably how my wacky brain works. There we go. These take ages to put together, and they're different. They're not all the same, so I've got to try and sort them out into order. Them aren't the same. Oh God, whatever. It's just a nice steady Monday in the Shine House. Shine House. It's on to Monday night, and we're just making some alterations to the seat, because the seat frame keeps bending. So we've gone a bit agricultural and put some box section in to stop the seat. We've there've been so many different sizes of us and weight of us in a certain position. The seat's putting all its weight in the wrong place, so we need the runners to slide to be fully fixed on that box section. So that's what we're doing tonight, and I've just made that, buzz that in place, and hopefully this will stop us having issues, because at the end of the day, when we're doing a quick driver change, we need to be able to put the seat fully back so we can get in and out quickly. So, and we put that bit of box section in there when we had that roll, but it is down on that corner, so we've just got a bit of jiggery pokery to do right now. We've got this Nissan Prime Star in for a gearbox change and a clutch, and Lewis is about to drop the oil out of it, which looks really clean on first hand, but you know what's going to start happening.
Probably changed it because it was noisy.
Yeah, that's it. Probably the first protocol was to change it.
You can see at the top of the glitter side come on a bit.
Yeah, you can see. So these Nissans,
Renault, Vauxhall.
Prime Star, as Matt just said, Renault, Vauxhall. So you had the Vauxhall Bavaro, the Renault Traffic, and the Nissan Prime Star. Thanks, Lewis. So, who is, we all know, I want to know if you lot know, who is the manufacturer of actually these model of vans? Let us know in the comment section down below. Let's get talking. It'll be interesting to see what people say, because we all know who actually make them. Let's see if you lot do. See if you're all on the same page. So yeah, I'm going to take the bull bar off, and I hope that bracket comes off. That's just going to be a head shiver in it if you can't get them brackets off, knocking your head. You got any nice head torch on, Lewis?
Yeah.
It's nice, that, isn't it? The customer, I think he might be a subscriber. I'm not too sure. He's dropped the clutch off and the gearbox. He's driven the vehicle with his gearbox in. He's driven the vehicle with his gearbox in, so, and he says it's all right, but we are just fitting what they've fetched down. That's what's going on this Tuesday, and Matthew's just done a lumbar sensor this morning before I got in on this little Citroen here. We're taking the front end off just to make our life easier. They don't take long to take off, about 20 minutes, but they make just getting around the gearbox and everything so much easier when you can't get the height in your workshop, and it's just easier to get to the blooming bolts as well. What else have you noticed? That this vehicle has maximum brake horsepower? Horsepower. So while Lewis is just taking the rest of the bolts off on the Nissan van, I'm just giving these shelf boards a bit of a wipe off, and I'm going to start putting some of the interior, because I've still got stuff left. We haven't got water and boiler system in the wagon, the race truck, which I am concerned about working out how to put all that in, because that is not my forte, all that stuff. But I want to try and get the water plumbed in and a bathroom done this season. On the off season, I need to get the wagon finished, because that is my only serious bit of revenue if we end up losing our lease, because it was only extended for a year. And the motorbike shop that backs onto our property, which my landlord owns, they're moving out into their new building, because that's nearly finished, which I'd maybe like to try and take that property on, but I don't know if we can afford it. That would give us a hope of maybe staying here for some bit longer time, but we'll see how things go. So I'm just finishing off getting sorted out. So this is where we'll put the spares. So I'm going to wrap this out with 3 rows of shelving. This is where we'll strip the cars down when we're quiet and put the spares on here that need listing. Once they're listed, they can go into the other 2 containers that we've got, so they're ready for shipping basically. That's it. I feel like I'm waffling now, so I'll just get on and do some work.
Kid, I'll if you don't look at that way.
The beeper's now broken, but we've got most of the bell housing bolts out. There's just one left in there, one down there. We're going to save that one till last. We've got the gear linkages off there, as you can see. The flexi brake fluid for the clutch thingy majiggy hoodery dig.
Go away.
How dirty are you?
Not as dirty as your mum, Lewis.
Okay then. Yeah, Oh, I'm gonna go home now.
Go on, what happened?
Lewis has found a washer pump.
I haven't found a washer pump. I found a boost solenoid, which I then
You called that a washer pump?
I corrected myself.
Are you sure, Lewis?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you really sure?
As sure as a Cooper's oil filter. Is it one? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Let him know all the bits that are wrong with it.
Matt, it's 2 o'clock. Why is the new gearbox not in yet?
Because the new gearbox is wrong, Lewis. Well, yeah.
Well, it's sort of wrong in it. So that's that. You see, that one is a 3-bolt there.
But that's my issue there.
And it
Look.
goes to there. And obviously that one goes up to there nicely. And we have all the pipe work for that one as well.
Just like that.
But you can get them bits separately, but the pipework that's actually on the car, the flexi that goes to it, is all wrong, and you won't be able to bleed it up properly. So we're going to have to get that one reconditioned. Well, we're going to have to speak to the customer and see what he wants to do, but we'd suggest getting that one reconditioned and try send that one back. Hopefully he didn't get out of a scrapyard himself or something.
Yeah, well, we spoke to the transmission place, and you can't make them work. They're never right. A guy has tried, and they never bleed up right, and they're just not right. So we need to get that fixed, or get a gearbox like for like. But they're the hard ones to get hold of. The 3-bolt fitting one is apparently easy to get hold of, and that's all from the gearbox specialist. So right, we need to do some ringing around now. We're getting there now. If any of you have got a Coachman VIP, I can't remember which one it was, that I took all the interior out of before we started the YouTube channel in about 2018, I think it was a 2016 model. If anyone needs any bits, because I'm keeping on to the bits till I finish the truck, but there is bits that I know I definitely won't need. So if any of you have this model, I'll try and find a picture of it up now. But I got it from that caravan breakers in Halifax. I can't think what they're called now. SFM caravans or something like that. I can't remember. But if you need any bits, let us know. It helps being a little bit short, because I've managed to utilise some space in between the lockers. In between the lockers, in between the shelves. It's hot. It's waffling. It's waffling. Yeah, it's waffling. Be me. Raged. Anyway, so if you need any bits, or you need any other bits, we always try and help out, because this is what tries to keep us going. So, and I just need to get it, the cars in bits, and the bits on the shelves listed, ready to go. So this is like a pre-listing stage, we'll call it. That's what we'll call it. There we go, very nice, waffle over. So what we've done in the end is put the original gearbox in, because he's going to make do for now, which is one of them things, isn't it, really? It's a shame, because you pay all that money for the job, and we're doing the same job, but putting the old gearbox back in. Lewis did a wicked job on welding that. I forgot to get the video of it stone chipped up, but we put a tiny bit of filler on it, stone chipped it up. You've seen that plenty of times before. And the Vito van, it's not even a Vito, is it? The Nissan van, customer wanted the gearbox putting back in. Customer's choice at the end of the day, and he's going to live with it. We put a new cylinder in it while it was in bits, but the clutch was all right. So yeah, another hot week in Shine, but I ain't complaining. I've even got my chicken dippers out. See you in the next one. Click here, watch more Week in Shines. Click here if you fancy subscribing.
How dirty are you, Lou?
Not dirty.
Can you show your mum when you get home?
Yeah.